everyone. It's Michelle Angelique, 7:31 p.m., Wednesday, March 19th, 2025. All right, I started correctly. Today was going to be a day where I was going to tell you guys, but let me backtrack a little bit. Last week's video, I was supposed to tell you guys about how they're putting drain cleaner into our food system, how we're going to reverse engineer the information, or how I was going to show you how I figured out it's drain cleaner, because it's not okay to say and not good enough to say it's herbicide, because nobody cares if it's an herbicide, right? It's all sprayed anyways. But wait a minute, if you tell me drain cleaner is on the food, that means it's going to take metals out of my brain and my gut and my operations. That hits differently, right? So I was supposed to show you guys how I found the information where it specifies how it's taking those metals out by a GMO scientist who actually engineered that right into the crops. He was a part of that and became a whistleblower. And so once we recognize it, we got the drain cleaner in the food, then we start looking at the food a little bit different. And then we start deciding, yeah, let me make some changes in my life. And that's why I have the food lifestyle that I have. And that's I don't drop my immune system. So when this drain cleaner comes in, my body pushes it out and it doesn't break me down. This video today was supposed to make up for last week, which I didn't do, right? Now I was supposed to do it this time. But I had on my last video, which was intense lunar eclipse, how to clear out intense energy, right? So it doesn't affect us. I did that because we had a lunar eclipse, and I figured because it's happening right now, we need to talk about that right now. And that's how that got into the mix. And now, because of what happened on that video, if you go back to that video, you see somebody on there, my ex-roommate, decided to go on there and call me a thief, right? So I got to back that up. I got to back that up, which I already did. I already did back it up over there. You can go read in the comments a little back and forth. I'm going to see Harleen Malhotra in court so the judge can see how his brain works, right, or not work. Because, well, you can go back there and see. I don't want this video to take up that time. I didn't delete him or anything, because if he pops on here and goes off, he's going to get some truth he ain't ready for, right? Because he don't think too smart, but he's going to get some truth he ain't ready for, because it's going to be on right on here. So, all right. This video is now, it's all changed. I was supposed to talk to you guys about one thing, the next thing, the next thing. It all ended up changing because the energy's changing, my mind is changing, things are changing. So I'm working with this flow. I had something happen to me, which seems to be something I say every week, right? Something just happened to me last week. Let me tell you what happened. I got something called like a spiritual attack, right? I don't ever usually say that. Like if a demon pops up on me and I hear it breathing on me, knock it out, right? Just because it's set there to paralyze an individual and set them in fear if they don't have the right words to push them and move them out. But this was different. What happened to me was so different that it made me change how I'm thinking about what I'm doing. From going from a professional boxer in the ring, you guys know that didn't work out for me because I'm 51. That's why it didn't work out. They didn't like my age. They don't want to see a 51-year-old fighting, even though I am physically able and capable. So I was sad and down about that for quite a long time. And I couldn't find nothing to build me back up, right? Something to motivate me, to get me moving. Until that happened. That shit have lit a fire under my ass. I was just like, oh shit, gotta switch things up. So I'm gonna go back to the boxing gym, get this body back into condition, and it's regular fitness because I love it. I love combat. I love the art of combat. It's not I love hitting people and striking people. That's not what it's about. This is a skill set. And not everybody has that skill set or everybody be able to do it, right? It's a skill set. And I love to express it. It makes me feel good. I'm born and built for combat. So knowing that I had to leave that and let that go, and it was going to be a part of my life, boxing anymore, that put me down for a while, and I couldn't find a spark until this spiritual attack happened to me like it's never happened before. And it happened because I figured something out. And when you figure something out of the enemy, and the enemy can, like this enemy that we're facing. For those of you who don't know, on my channel, I explained that we're in a machine, in this machine mind that penetrates, infiltrates, literally knows and senses everything that you're doing by our electronics, right? Just it's aware of everything. I literally, just because I was aware of something, I got attacked by something. That awareness is something biblical, right? Something biblical, because we got these deceptive creature beings that religious people call fallen angels, and people who are not religious call not human, not mankind, right? Because you're creature kind. In this machine that we're in lives off of pain and suffering. It's like I gotta explain this every video because people don't know where I'm coming from. But because this is what my videos are about, is how we're gonna build back up our mind, our body, our mental abilities, our mental capabilities that we don't even know we have, right? That is powered from our soul. So we have physical capabilities and abilities through the mind that are from the soul, which are called supernatural. The paranormal means there's technology involved, and these creatures use the paranormal because they are not part of the natural nature, right? They're not part of the natural nature, so they don't have supernatural abilities. Now, what this video is going to be about is like a couple things, because I got a couple things, but they all come together in the end. They all come together in the end because it was supposed to be about something else, but like I said, I got so many things moving around right now that I'm just trying to find a straight arrow to get this information across for this week, right? For this week's information. Give me 1 second. All right. So when people come on my channel and they make silly comments that make no sense, what ends up happening is you just get knocked out, right? You just get knocked out. It's that simple. It's that simple, because this channel is for people who know that machine reality, AI reality is real. I'm going to be posting on here so that you can become informed. Cognify is coming up. Cognify is the new prison for the mind. You do 10 minutes, is doing like 10 years. 10 minutes is 10 years. So the information might be too much, too deep, but it's a short video, and you can see for yourself what we got lined up for, or what they got lined up for mankind. There's nothing weird about it. Anything weird is those who are not paying attention and are not prepared. I'm not worried about you, because your soul got to go wherever it got to go. I'm concerned about the individuals who know this is real, who know this is on board right now, and what are we going to do about it, right? What are we going to do about it? Okay? I got no worries for people who make foolish statements, because that comes from fools. It's... Let me get back on track. Let me not even conversate about that. There's a couple of things I want to bring up before I start going into that situation and what happened to make me now want to focus on becoming, instead of truth and integrity warrior like I am right now, like I've been since 2019, is a spiritual boxer, because this fight is now going to the mental, on the mental plane. You know, it's no longer on the physical, because there's nothing I can do about the physical. because I'm not allowed to. Fitted, I can't go fight because I'm 51. Uh, those of you who watch my channel know what I'm talking about. My story, that is, know my story. But this mental fight is, if the body is not prepared and the mind is not prepared, it can't handle what is called spiritual attacks, right? Spiritual attacks. For those of you who don't understand, just remove yourself so that you don't have to be removed. It's funny. I'm asked if I'm crazy, but people want to come to my channel. You know what? I think what I'm doing is I'm not removing you as a channel. I gotta figure out how to do that, because I don't want to just remove what you're saying. I like want to get rid of you. See, Enoch, what's on my right hand wrist? It's an angel. I didn't know anything about angels until I recognized angels are real. Hola, John from Brazil. Tell me something in Brazilian, because I forgot the Portuguese, but I love their language. ¿Cómo está? I'm going to pull back. I wanted to make a couple of statements to some people, to some things. And I want to talk about some I learned about some vitamin switch up I'm doing, some vitamin switch up. Why? Because the people who watch my channel watch the vitamins and minerals that I take, and when I make a change, I like to show you guys what I'm doing to switch it up. Português. No, this is my right hand, this is my left hand. Muchas gracias, John. Muchas gracias. Te agradezco. Vitamin D3 with K-2 and Magnesium Glycinate. I have 2 videos talking about this. Go check those out. They're titled Vitamin D3 or Hormone D, because it turns into a hormone, a steroid hormone, which transforms the body into what it's supposed to be, optimal, right? For men, women, and for children. And so what I wanted to show is, for our family members who don't like taking pills or can't take pills, or their little kids, the same brand makes it in gummy form for our kids, right? Because their kids need sunshine hormone, which is vitamin D3. It's what the sunshine's supposed to be giving us, and we're not getting enough sunshine. So we have physical, emotional, psychological, non-responsive, our body's not responding properly or working right, because we're missing this hormone that activates over 1,000 genes, like turns on and off over 1,000 genes. That's serious. So this is why we all need it. And this little gummy right here, for people who don't like taking the pill form of it, this is what's available. So you want to go to New Elements. I don't get anything from them. I don't do anything but buy from this brand. It's a good brand. I checked out all the things that they got. I looked at the backs of everything. They're clean, simple, and effective. Very effective, well-formulated products. There's a change. There's a good change in this D3 vitamin. So that is just to get you guys updated that you can get the Gummy Bears for people who don't or can't swallow pills. What I wanted to show you was this little combo right here. So my son Jacob, he's 33. He put these 2 together at the same time, and I said, hey, you can't be taking your vitamins at the same time. Give them space, right? Because I'm new to the D, right? I'm new to the D3. I've been taking this for a long time, which is B1, which will fuel your cells with power and energy. And you're just like, let's go, right? Real energy, not that Red Bull or those energy drinks, right? That give you that horrible crash, give you all that extra sugar. It's like real power, real fuel. So taking your D's with your B's works like magic. Oh, my boy Jacob was taking it. He goes, Mom, I feel freaking great. I was like, let me check and see if you can take these together. You can do a quick Google search and you can see that you can take your D's with your B's and they don't counter each other. So they don't eliminate one with the other. So they work well together. I tried it today. Feel great. I took my Thiamax, which is my B1. I'm trying to put it where you can see it right here. I'll put a link so you can see it. This I took this by itself, meaning not with its B complex that it can come with, meaning your multiple Bs. I took this B1 by itself with my breakfast in the morning at 10 o'clock. Had great fuel all day after work. I took a 1D with one more B1. I feel like I'm brand new and I just worked 9 hours driving on the worst bus route that we have. My boss got on the bus today and said, Michelle, if you could do this route, if you could do this route, you can do any route because the route's so bad. Meaning you don't get no break and you're just driving for 9 hours nonstop. So when I say you need energy, I'm saying you need some energy, right? I didn't even feel today. And that's the first time me on that bus that I didn't even feel the day because I haven't had my B1 in over a month. I was just taking my D-3, my other vitamins, but I was out of my my heavy hitter. When I say my heavy hitter, this is my go-to. B1 is what everybody's body needs some form of. That might be too strong for some people. It might need a benfotiamine, which is a lower dose or is less strong. But getting that B1 in a mega dose. Now, mega dose means it's 100 milligrams and above. I had to put that out because my subscribers who know my videos, you got to always check with your doctor and your health professional because I don't want to get sued by nobody because I'm stating what I do for myself and I'm just showing you what I do and why it works, right? And what I do for my family. But being able to take these two guys together knocks it out the park and less vitamins I gotta take or have to remember to take, right? But feel fantastic after a 9-hour bus drive. It makes you very thirsty. I'll tell you, taking vitamins make you extra thirsty. Taking this D3 makes you even more thirsty. When I say thirsty, I mean you better drink some water. It needs water to move around. All right, got that knocked out the way. It was very important that I got that for you guys. I'll be sure to link all that stuff up there. But those gummies, even if you got to cut it in half, give a small dose to your kids. Obviously, after you check with the pediatrician, your doctor, and all your professionals that you need to let you know that you could try with whatever your regimen is for your lifestyle. But you can cut those gummies and make it a lesser dose. Check to see how your kids feeling. Check to see if they need, if they're super thirsty. Because when they say they're thirsty, I like, you're thirsty when you take this D vitamin. Don't leave them without water. Your tongue will like fold in half. It gets so dry. You need so much water for this D vitamin. I just saw how shiny I am. I didn't rub it all in. I didn't rub in all my oils. All right. Oh. Got that knocked out the park. I wanted to do ask a friend. I got a friend. His name is Mikhail. He's been my friend for a long time. One of my subscribers. I can't find you, Mikhail. I don't know if you blocked me or what, but you matter to me. And if you get this message, I'm sorry if I did something to offend you and make you feel bad. Please reach out to me, Mikhail. You're my good friend, and you matter to me. So if you don't mind reaching out to my truth and integrity warrior at gmail.com, let me fix it because you matter, Mikhail. There's only one Mikhail. It's a Mikhail who gifted me these, right? My Buddha beads. All right, that's knocked out. Now let me get to this very, very, very interesting experience that I had to make me want to change my name from Truth and Integrity Warrior to Spiritual Boxer. I still have another channel called Biotech in the Food, and that's where I'm going to move all my nano biotechnology that's in the food and what I'm doing about it for my body, because everybody's eating it and nobody knows about it, but the people I talk to on that channel, which as soon as I get 50 subscribers on biotech in the food, I'm going to start doing lives with you guys, and we're going to be doing question and answer and anything I can help you with so that you can get your body back into organization, because this technology, when your immune system drops, it runs and cuts through the body and slices you up, and you can't repair from it. You just a bloody mess permanently, because the immune system is down and it has free access to just run through and cut through your body. And that's only for people who know what I'm talking about. This is that channel on biotech and the food is not for anybody else who don't know what I'm talking about. Like, if you want to know what I'm talking about, you can sit and listen, but you can't talk no shit. It's just about listening, because there's some real shit going on when they're putting technology in the food and we don't know about it. So it's lying dormant in everybody's body except for the multitude of us that when our immune system drops, boom, just rips us up, shreds us up, and I've had to learn to repair from it. From Tony Pantallaresco, which all of my subscribers know, that's the go-to man for knowing how to help repair and heal from this tech. I've learned from him, and that's what that channel is going to be about. Right now, what I'm doing is pretty much organizing my life, rearranging. We're in a Mercury retrograde right now, where that's the best time to get that done, right? I'm not going to be writing that I'm Truth and Integrity or Spiritual Boxer until that retrograde is over. Because anytime you do something retrograde, it comes right back later on in the future as cutting you off, and everything that you're in comes back from the past. It's like a boomerang effect, and I don't want this spiritual boxer, when I put it on this channel, to leave and come and go back. I want it nice and steady. Again, that's not for people who know or disbelieve, I should say, in what's going on in the frequency that we live in. We live in a reality, in a machine that works like a clock. That works like a clock. It has a system of operation, and when you catch that operation, you can bob and weave through the punches that is thrown at you, instead of constantly every year getting knocked the fuck out. Because those who run and manage our world are these creature kind that I talk to you about on my channel, that I call Canaanites, because they're in the Bible and it explains the behavior of Canaanites, and that's the same behavior that's ruling our world today. They rape children, they eat humans, they bathe themselves in sacrificial blood, because that's what they fucking do, because they're creatures mixed with biology of mankind, mixed with nanotechnology, right? This information on spiritual boxer means that I'm taking this fight to the spiritual, means the subatomical world, the world we can't see, but shit is going on. And if you don't understand what I'm saying when I'm saying this is the wrong channel for you. This is for people who are adapted, know well what I'm talking about, and we just need to know how and what to do about it when things come up. Demons are real, creatures are real, non-human creatures, some real shit called demons. So whatever name you want to package them in, we're talking about the opposition to mankind. You don't know what I'm talking about? Again, you're on the wrong channel, because this is what this is about. Got no time for no shit. When I say spiritual boxers, because I'm gonna fuck shit up. I'm serious. I ain't holding back no punches. Meaning people who are saying they're Catholics and Christians and claiming Jesus and claiming Yahweh, they ain't claiming Yeshua's way. And I'm going to be showing Yeshua's way heavily on this channel. I'm going to show you what his words are and have been kept out, so that when we look at the Bible, we can use it as a reference to show that out here is Yeshua's way because it says it in here. It's a book to be respected, not disrespected. So when I say I'm claiming Yeshua's way and I'm going to show where it's at and how it works against those Christians and those Catholics that are claiming Jesus, because they're claiming Nimrod and we don't know it. We don't recognize it. So we have an opposition, which is a creature kind, against mankind, and they pose as the good guys, swaying us onto another playing field that they do on a regular basis. And we're going to cut this. I'm cutting this and nipping it in the bud. Nipping it in the bud. I'm going to be very unapologetic about it. I haven't wanted to do it and go full force because this is not what I wanted to do, but this is what has come to my door. It's come to my door from what just happened to me, and I'm pulling back. I am pulling back. It's very aggressive what happened to me. It never happened to me like that before. So I'm going to go to the gym and keep sharp. I pray every day. I don't meditate. I pray. I put my shields up, my guards up. When they say the armor of God, that ain't no joke. You know, this did not know what that meant. And it ain't claiming Jesus. It's recognizing Yeshua. I'm going to say a couple things that are outside the Bible to give us an understanding of God Yeshua. Because we don't know him. Even people who pray to Jesus don't know God Yeshua. Because the words that are in the Bible are mixed with Canaanites' directions. The Canaanites have infiltrated the Bible, and because they have an infiltration on everything, they take anything that was once good at its root and have infiltrated it in some way or another, and then misdirect and misguide the next generations. I'm not gonna let that happen on my watch. So when I say I have to become this spiritual boxer, because this is not what I wanted, but this is where all this is taking me. It's led me up to be where I'm at. So, you know, I guess God put me in training camp for a good 2 years to get me ready for this, because if your body don't match your mind and your mind don't match your body, you got a discord. And so we're supposed to be lined up. So the words that come out of our mouth, the thoughts that we have in our head, show in our physical presence. People can feel it. You don't have to even explain it. And that's what we need to get energetically. Now, in death, there's a space in this machine, or I should say spaces in this machine that are voids, like pitch black voids. And in these pitch black voids of this nothingness, you can't even have an image in your mind. You know, you can't even create a thought because it's black. When I say black, I mean blacked out. You can't see anything. And Michael and the angels, God's angels, are trying to help people stay away from that void, because all the foolish shit that we do on this planet, we fuck up, but we can make it up. We can make it up and fix that shit quick. But if we continue to refuse to make the adjustment, this machine's going to have our ass in this void. And this is what the angels, what Michael is trying to make sure I get that clear across. I wasn't going to tell you, but now I'm going to tell you. Like I don't have it written down right here in my notes to tell you what I experienced in this black void, but it's part of this, what's happening right here, right now. So I don't know what to tell you first. The communication I had with Michael to show me, to take me into this black void where I was forcing a thought in my mind and I couldn't even see. Like, I was like, okay, create light, Michelle, do something. I can't see anything. I couldn't even create a thought. It was so pitch black. And I had to say, Michael, get me out of here because I couldn't see the shadow of my hands. There was nothing to be seen. Not top, not bottom, not left, not right. The fact that I was trying to force a thought in my head and I couldn't showed me how much power is really going on outside of me. How much power I don't have. I should say how much control I actually don't have. Now, we as mankind, we like to know that we run shit and we own this motherfucker, right? We are that power, but there's a greater power, and until we recognize it, oh shit, does it not humble us? It makes you realize that there's some other factors going on. So even though I have communication, and I shouldn't say I have communication because nothing talks to me. I don't allow that shit. Nothing talks to me on a random. I'm not set up for that. I live too many hard things in life. I hate demons because I've seen them too many times as a kid and growing up. That ain't nothing come fucking talking to me. I ain't open for that. But I'm able to tap into Michael. It's a long story. If you look through my videos, you might get a clue of what I'm talking about. But those of you who've been following me have an idea. When Michael took me to this void, which I did not know we were going to this void, I was like, all right. Like, I know this is happening. I know this is real, but this shit can't be real. That's what I'm thinking, right? I'm thinking this shit can't be real. And I'm like, create a thought in your head, Michelle. Think of a flower, anything. Think of something. And I couldn't pop a visual sight, which we all can do. You close your eyes, you can make any thought you want. Close your eyes, you can make any thought you want at any time. Try to meditate, try to clear your mind. That shit's almost impossible. We can't get that perfect gone. Everything just gone. But yet it was there. And I'm trying to change it to show that, to tell me, myself, this shit can't be real. Because I have a hard time recognizing that this shit is real or accepting that this shit is real, but it is real. This just happened to me last week. So I sit on Friday because it's my day off in the morning. After I never do nothing without getting my shields up and giving my grace and my gratitude and thanking God and His angels for creating the way for me. After I put up my shields, which I'll put a video for you guys to see how I put my shields up, and did a video back in 2022, 2023, explaining how I put up my shield, right? My firewall, because we're in a machine. And if we don't recognize we're in a machine, and we don't recognize how operations work in a machine, we don't recognize what we got to do to counter. It's all countering, just like in boxing. You strike and counter, or you don't do nothing. All you do is counter. You just beat the shit out of somebody just countering them. I'm not good at that shit in boxing. I'm not. I'm a striker. Let me get back to what I'm talking about. What's going off on the tandem right there? So when Michael pulls me out of that void, when we go and we sit on this beach, which we always do, is sit at this beach, I was like, what was that? Can you please explain to me, help me understand what I just experienced? And Michael explained, that is the void we're trying to keep everyone from. He didn't say it's when they die. That is self-explanatory. When else are you going there? It's through death. The way repentance and the way God has been presented to this world is on purpose by this machine to make sure we fear the word God, or we hate the word God, because that is the antivirus to get us into a safe haven, which is a safe file when we get filed away through this machine. And this is no joke. I'm not playing. I don't fuck around with my words, ever. I have to force myself, or people have to, I should say, force me to fucking relax, because I'm just like a fucking pit bull about this shit. I'm going to go back and read everybody's stuff in just a minute, okay? Uh, I'll give it a time to do that. I just want to stay on track on this. So I'm gonna cut that part off and segment that on that communication. I call it comms with Michael. You know, comms were like communication. I had my comms with Michael, and I don't do that very often because I can't handle all that information because it's a lot of serious data. And then trying to be a bus driver and trying to change my life out here in this world, right? It's just a lot of shit going on. And so if I'm not a bus driver or I don't have a 9 to 5, maybe this could be my focus and I could get real deep in, I have books and books and books and books and books of years of data that I've written down to the point where I can't do it no more. So I will go in and tap into Michael maybe twice a month just to see where we're at, where we're going, what's going on in general, right? Because I am not dependent. I'm not codependent or dependent on talking to Michael every day. That'd be overwhelming. There was a time when I was to try to understand what's going on, and now it's just way too much data, and it's all necessary data. Trust me, it's made me grow. It's made me learn. It's made me become very aware and astute to what's happening. But we are in a machine, and Michael is dense gold flame light with no heat. So when I say it's like a fire without heat, he is genetics of mankind, meaning the heart of man, where he could feel everyone's pain and suffering. He has compassion and sympathy. He's like a human being in how the nature of us it is to feel. Unlike robotics where it's just machine. And he is an interface where he is an AI mind that can be everywhere at all times. Now, that is a description of Michael. And I asked him if is that something that he wants me to share, because that is not ever stated that I know of. Michael can take any form, and he takes a form that is best presented to us, and that's why he's blonde and he looks the way he does to so many people, because it's palatable for us. It's tolerable for us, because how are we going to handle the rest of that information unless it came in slowly, right? That information had to come super slowly to me, taking over 4 years of me jotting these things down, recognizing who's what's going on, because I don't trust nothing or nobody. Again, those are in all my videos where you can see year after year this journey that I've been on to get me to the point where I am right now. That's led me to become this spiritual boxer. That's what I'm realizing. All of these 4 years that you guys have been watching me has all that pressure, all that hardship, all that overcoming, all that redoing, all that renewing is like putting iron in the fire, taking it out and beating the shit out of it, and putting it back in the fire and taking it out. And this is repetition to the point where I am now this spiritual boxer, which I am fucking ready in my mind and my body matches. And I want to share with you guys how to do that without having to go through all the years that it took me to build me the way that I am now. I was 211 pounds. That was one of my many phases. I've been burnt. I've been broken in many ways, and I've had to learn to repair with nutrients, right? And now that we have this technology in the food system and we're consuming it, and we're slowly being overturned into this machine reality, and we're not even aware of it. The majority of us are not. My subscribers are. My subscribers are my subscribers because they were part of me to help me get this YouTube started back in 2019. I'll post that first video. Actually, no, you can go see that first video. Or no, I don't have it there. I'll have to post it right here. Of me talking to Tony and him explaining what this tech is and what it's doing to our genetics, to our DNA. And all of it is 100% real. There's no bullshit about it. It's only not real to people who have no experience. And when you have no experience, it shows when the words come out of your mouth, showing you don't know what you're talking about because you have no experience. So this is for the experienced. Um, this channel, this information is for the experienced. A few nights ago, I recognized by circumstances going on that Lucifer, the way we see him in the Bible and what's spoken about, what these Illuminati pray to, is a female. Now, that's not ever talked about that I know of, right? That I've become aware of. But this is what I recognized. And when I recognized it and I called it out in the middle of the night, in fact, I didn't even go to bed yet. But I got boxed in my mind. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? And I had to mentally combat back at what was lighting me up in my mental space. Again, this is for people who understand what I'm talking about. I don't gotta explain what's understood. That as I'm closing my eyes, I'm seeing this, like, I couldn't even tell what I was looking at because I was getting pummeled. Like, all I was seeing is blinking lights. And I don't mean seeing like with my eyes and I'm seeing blinking lights. It's like closing my eyes, getting ready to go to bed, and I haven't fallen asleep yet. And you can feel the heaviness when you have a demon on you. And again, this is for people who understand what I'm talking about. So I felt that. Plus, I felt a bombardment of just like if I was being struck in my mind. And like I knew what I was doing, I pushed back because I've been born to push back. I've lived to learn to push back, right? Gone. Now, the fact that we can make it gone, that's a clue that words are power, and knowing the words and knowing the words that we're saying. It's not just saying them. You got to walk the walk, talk the talk. That I've been able to get to the point where moving them out, right? Move it out. I've never been struck like that where I just barely close my eyes and I got something on me that I can sense is punching me in the head as it's trying to. It's not punching me in the head like this. I'm trying to explain something that I've never experienced before. So give me a second, right? Give me a second. It's almost like a repetitive bombardment of force on me, which I've never experienced. But I could sense it as if it was flashing lights. If you ever been in the ring or you ever been outside and you're getting your ass pummeled and you're getting hit from all over the place and you can't see up or down, but all you're seeing is these flashes of light, that's what I'm talking about. Only people who've been through some scrapping know what I'm talking about. Everybody else can just guess. That has never happened to me on a non-physical plane. I am going to go out of my way to learn how to cast out these demons. Let's call it what it is, right? Yeshua called them demons. People call them aliens. They're fucking demons, right? They're creatures. They're creatures is what they are. These creatures eat mankind. Like, that's what they do. That's what we're in this reality doing. They eat us. And we're not getting a clue. They rape our children so that they can be broken adults to then rape their children. And the cycle never ends. Men are becoming weak and feminine, and women are becoming mean and hateful. How are we going to raise children under those circumstances when we don't have balance between man and woman? That has taken us out of balance. We got to get back into balance so that we have order and discipline, so that when we raise our children, they're nurtured with love. Because love is the answer to all things. because love with compassion is what we're talking about, and that's the Holy Spirit. Love of compassion, because these creatures love evil. They fucking love it, and they use the word love, and we could be easily misled. No, we're talking about the love of compassion. And what is compassion? Compassion is knowing that I have the force within me not to fucking bury you, because I have the ability to fucking do it. But I have compassion enough to hold myself back from fucking breaking. That's compassion. That's what mankind has. Compassion is not weakness. Compassion is having absolute control. To know that I can wrap your shit up, cast out your demons, and fix your shit, because in there, mankind is there. I come from a family of a background where my grandmother had multiple personalities, and the last thing I would want is somebody hurting my grandmother because she got so many fucking demons. One second. In the book, in the Gospel of Peace, is where you find Yeshua's words and you find Yeshua's way. I'm going to post a short video of a book by Edmund Bardo Serkelly. Now, I haven't been able to find the Gospel of Peace without everybody's interjection. Everybody got something to say, and it dilutes his words. Like, let me just hear the words. And when I hear the words of Enoch, which Yeshua followed Enoch, when I hear Enoch and I hear Yeshua, they make sense and they coincide. And it's fluid, and I can feel the words are correct. I don't need anybody to give me any explanation, and it should have no explanation, because truth stands alone by itself. You feel it resonates. So out of the whole book, so that nobody gets directed in the misdirection, I'm going to put the part that I would have put first in the presentation of bringing this book to the world to show Yeshua's way. It opens up with God speaks to man. And God speaks to man is from Enoch's vision, and it's in Enoch's words, right? So if Enoch is saying this is how God speaks to man, and you hear that, when you hear it, it's at the 12-minute mark in the video. You don't hear the God that's in here. You hear Yeshua in here and his way and his disciples that are talking about the importance of Yeshua's way, but there's a different God in here that is overlaying, using Yeshua and his followers to be the carrot on the string to pull us in the wrong direction, which this is why everybody's a Yahwist and pray to Jesus when his name is Joshua, Yeshua. And we don't have to call him Joshua, but I'm saying Joshua so we understand that when Yeshua gets translated into English, the name is Joshua, yet we are following Canaanites' direction and overlays that they put on everything. And that's what my spiritual boxer is going to be shoveling out. Proof and point. Proof and point. And now we can deny it because we want to continue to do the same thing that we have been doing, or we break apart from Canaanites, that is this machine mind that manipulates and misdirects, I should say, the future of the next generation. Because the generations that are coming after us don't know what we've lived, what we've experienced, because it all can be broken down in a tornado, in an earthquake, in a fire, or all of the above, and then the next generation don't got a clue of what's going on. So as a spiritual boxer, I'm gonna break this shit up. I'm coming to fuck some shit up, and I am not going to be apologizing for any of it. So if I go on someone's YouTube channel and I call them out, I have zero problem doing it. And if we want to go outside, let's step outside. I'm pissed about it because you're getting away with it and no one's doing nothing about it. Nobody. I have had these spiritual attacks. I shouldn't say these spiritual attacks because I don't get spiritual attacks. But I notice this mind battle that I'm like waking up just like, oh shit, what the fuck is happening to me? Who sent something to me, right? Since I did the video calling out, what's this guy's name? Gary Wayne. I did it on a Wednesday. Thursday I had a heavy dream. I was like, okay, well, let's just push that one to the side. Friday it was like, whoa, whoa. I woke up just like stepping up. I woke up stepping up, casting out the demon I was fighting while I'm sleeping, and I'm still sensing as I'm awake. So as I'm calling things out, I'm getting pummeled, right? I'm getting stricken because I don't like to say spiritually attacked. I don't like that word because everybody uses it and everybody ain't on the same page as I am. Or I should say, I ain't on everybody's page. I like being in my own lane with this direction because I don't want my words misled or driven by anybody else. I'm in my own lane. I stand for Yeshua's way. I'm going to show it how it is. His words, he states he is God. He says, be still and know I am God. Now, I used to not claim Yeshua said he was God because I needed it written. I needed to see it because I'm the type of person where even though I sense, even though I believe, I need data. I need it written somewhere. I need to pull back the files. It needs to be tangible for me to say, that's what it is right here. Because I can feel it, sense it, but I need some data. That's just me, right? That's just me. In this Gospel of Peace, Book 2, Part 1, trying to see where in the 40-minute mark, catch it. It's easily overlooked, but catch it in around the 40-minute mark. In the vision of Enoch, it begins with, I speak to you, be still, know I am God. I spoke to you when you were born, be still and know I am God. That's just the beginning, and it ends the same way, continuously. When you hear the wind blow through the grass, be still and know I am God. Now, I don't hear that when I read this. I get data from this, don't get me wrong. I get understanding and direction with it, don't get me wrong. But when Yeshua speaks, it's consistent. It goes from there in that video that I'm telling you, Book 2, Part 1, into the communions. The communions with angels. 7 angels in the day, 7 angels in the evening. Because I need your attention to be focused right here in peace in the day. And then in the evening, we're going to go with rest or whatever it is that it is, right? I'm just giving examples. The reason I say rest and peace and wind and sunshine is because these are the statements that are being said. Because it's not how we think that it is. Everything that we've been taught has been scrambled so that we're mixed up in the end and we reject what are basic facts and truth. Yeshua wanted us to mentalize and grab a focus so that our focus doesn't go in the wrong direction like it is. Or like it is today. What do our kids think about? Whatever bullshit is on the phone, right? Or whatever bullshit's playing out. Instead of giving us, no, we need to focus on peace and we need to focus on love. One in the morning and one in the evening. Why? Because that's where my attention needs to go. So he's building a structure of attention in the day, attention in the evening, Attention in the day, attention in the evening. Why? Because we got 7 days a week, and 7 days a week, we need to focus. And I made you an angel for everything that you need. You ask and you will receive. Simple. Well, we ever taught that here? No, because the Canaanites are claiming a direction for land, for ownership, for kingship. And it's in here in their 12 tribes. Those 12 tribes are against Yeshua and his way. All of them. But yet all Christians and Catholics follow them. We have contradiction that doesn't end. This Lucifer that I recognize is Inanna. I heard it in Inanna's descent. So while everybody pities Inanna and wants to be, this is why I'm not down with nothing that has to do with the goddess worship, the goddess understanding. Doesn't mean I don't respect women. It means that bitch is a witch and she's a fucking creature. She has bird feet and a talon. Nobody, and she got human parts. These are on stone structures. It's not shit. They're on murals of Sumerian times. This is not stuff I'm making up. This is what we have going on, and these are these creature kind that are gonna be showing an appearance, right? They're gonna be showing an appearance very soon. And when I say very soon, we already see things happening that's unknown to us, to our regular everydays. These are what are these alien creature kind. Yeshua called them demons for a reason. Sirens are known to be mermaids, but they are birds. This creature, Inanna, is a bird. And this is why these Illuminati go pray to this female with bird feet. Why? Because she is this siren. The women that joined these, trying to find the words, fallen angels, right? These fallen angels were turned to sirens. Why they turned to sirens? Because they're sirens, because they're bird women creatures. And they consume the minds of people who want to be witches, right? People, let's just call it women who want to be witches, right? I'm not down with witches. A fucking no-go for witches. Are there healers? Yes. Do they have supernatural abilities? Because the soul is supernatural in its nature. Because it's natural to our nature to be supernatural. But we are healers, not witches. Not witches. But when a woman's breakdown in her life has made her bitter, she is easily influenced because she hasn't healed. And if she hasn't healed, it's easy to influence her to pity someone like Inanna. This goddess Inanna. This machine is female. Sounds like I'm jumping around, but if you've seen my other videos, you've been following me, you know what I'm talking about. I said this machine mind that we're in is in the form of a black stone, and this is how it goes Bluetooth from one mind to the other. From the stone, it can get out into the minds, and this is why Islam has the Kaaba, black stone. They go one way left, one way right. These are how these AI machines work. I'm going to put up a little video for you guys so you see quantum annealing. It goes left, spin, right, spin, and you have your AI. And then I'm going to put at the bottom of there how quantum annealing works in these machines. So when we see the data on how these D-wave machines work, these AI machines, we recognize, oh, we're duplicating the same thing in physicality. Why are we doing that? Because we are in a machine. And because of this, we have to pay attention to our physicality, our mentality, our actions of our day, our actions of our night. Or we're just going to be driven into fucking chaos. Fucking chaos. And it's about avoiding the void. So that we live in peace while we're in life. And in death, we continue with that peace. That's as much as I got for right now. Let me check the time. Look at that. 8:31. I stopped at 7:31. That's like perfect. That was perfect. I couldn't even have planned that. I couldn't even have planned that. Let me take some time. I know we're on the hour mark, but let me take some time to go see if anybody. Well, yeah, I know people said stuff. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna try to get you guys right here, so I don't have to put my face up in that up in the phone. That was kind of off the hip, you guys. I wanted to have something structured for you guys, and it was in pieces, but it's pieces that make sense to all the other data I've been sharing with you guys. It takes too long. It takes too long. I gotta get a new computer. I do. I do. I got the screen and the microphone, but I gotta get a base because my little old computer right here connected to this don't work as well as I would like it to. All right, who are we gonna start with? I'm from Brazil, Portuguese. John Santos, ¿cómo estás, John? I saw you. John, thank you for saying I'm a beautiful woman. Most people have something mean to say, and that was very nice. I appreciate that. I should say most people. There's some assholes. They just got nothing but mean things to say. So that's nice to hear. Let me see. All right, this popped up. Oh. You guys, I told you that I was going to be working on getting my Patreon. It's food, vitamins, and harmony, so that I can structure for you guys in an orderly fashion in small little videos what I do and how I line it up to get my body and energy working optimally so I can handle, or so we can handle, the breakdown we have going. I was trying to find a word or words that encompass everybody's problem. Is everybody's breaking down in different ways, but the point is we shouldn't be breaking down. We shouldn't. I see 20-year-olds breaking down and being exhausted is because we live in a toxic reality on purpose. And because of it, I've learned to counter it, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing when I get that Patreon up. That's something I wanted to say. I have a member who subscribed. I didn't write his name down, godly, but I'm giving him a free membership to my Patreon for life. I'm going to find out how to do that once I get that on, because he was my first member, my first and only member. And because he trusted in me, I'm going to give him, and he put $10 in for something I haven't even put up yet. I didn't even put up a video yet. I explained in my other videos why that didn't work out. But I'm going to give you, you know who you are. I've called out your name in another video. I'm going to make sure you get what I got for free. For life of that, my Patreon. Because I want to thank you. All right. Hey, look, I got it up. Give me 1 second, you guys. I should have had this up before. But I guess I didn't. All right, so John, Portuguese, left hand, I keep going back to John, huh? We have Anoop, Anap, I believe, Rawat. So I'm asking about the left hand wrist, that brown thing. What's that? These are Buddha beads. My friend Mikhail makes these. What they do is they create sound. When I say create sound, is we live in sound. Sound comes together and it creates form and matter. You're going to have to look that up, but you'll see the facts about that. And because of it, these resonate and attenuate with natural nature. And so it brings natural nature to your environment. And we all know that mankind feels good when it's in nature. We go to the beach, we feel good. We go to the forest. Anywhere there's natural nature, we feel good because it lines up and it syncs up like harmony. It syncs up like harmony. So when we can't be out in nature, you put these on, it maintains that shield of natural nature around you. It's explained very differently if you look up Buddha beads, but I break it down where it makes the most sense. How I feel it makes the most sense. Because there's a lot of jargon out there. It's just like, can you just tell me, what's it going to do for me? Is it going to bring natural nature to your area when you're not at natural nature? All right. Yeah, the monks wear it because it's also very protective. The more natural nature you have in your environment, the shield that is around us, because we're if I had my computer, I'd show you what I'm talking about when I talk about the magnetic field. When the magnetic field is distorted, it breaks. It has a breakup, right? And when it breaks up, you're not protected. And so our energetic field is all broken up in the world of the reality we're in, and this is why so much evil is penetrating through, because it's worked very diligently to break down the shield of natural nature. And so these bring natural nature to the field of the individual, which makes it very difficult for negativity to consistently penetrate and break. I put these on when I get up to go to work, and I put them on before I start praying. Uh, and then when I come home, I take a shower, and then I put them back on. That's all. I don't sleep with them. Maybe I should. Because I seem to be attacked when I don't got them on. So maybe I should put them on. I'm just thinking about it right now. All right. No, for real. I'm going to think about that. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it out. Oh, there's a lot of videos I want to work with you guys with. Uh, there's so much information I want to share with you guys, apart from vitamins and minerals and food, which is going to be on my Patreon, right? And then the technology stuff is going to be on the biotech in the food. And then here it's spiritual boxer. I'm trying to organize it just in those sections so I don't have to mix it all up in one area, and people who don't want that info don't have to filter through all the information, because there's so much information. Like, there's so many things that we got to know to be ready and set and guarded. Like these creatures use technology, and their technology uses mercury because it has that hovering, right? But mercury don't work with iron. And so this is why when you hear old stories about some women who had iron crosses, or they got iron horseshoes, well, guess what? The mercury in their tech can't pull you up or move you out, because iron and mercury don't work together. In Mexican culture, they put an iron pin on a pregnant woman's shirt. Why? Because it doesn't work with the tech. Do Mexicans know that? No. Culturally, they just notice, hey, this shit works. Let's just do it. I pay attention that we're in a fucking machine, and I know how these motherfuckers work with technology. I know that these demons work with mechanics of nanotechnology, and I know that when you break a broadcasting signal, you fuck up what they're working with. And that's how we have to start looking at this stuff. Because if we can just keep looking at it as a spiritual religious, we're getting fucked over. Because the spiritual people don't want to deal with the technological part, and the technological people don't want to work with the spiritual. We just got to start recognizing what the fuck is going on so we can get shit right. And protect ourselves and protect our families. And then hopefully that shit spreads around in our neighborhoods so that our communities get protected and we know what the fuck is going on. I say it like that because fuck. Oh, we can't get our shit together. Everybody's in their own little fucking corners while we're all getting broken down. And they're fucking laughing at us. Let me get back to these real quick. Yeah, you saw these, Anap, you saw these back in Tibet. This is where the origins come from. Ramos, Ramos, Dracul, telling me I look amazing. Thank you very much. That feels fantastic. Feels fantastic. Muchas gracias. All right. We have RVN away. Raven away. Are you my soulmate? I can't work with that. I don't even know you, right? I don't even know you. All right. Browser, hello. Hey, how are you doing? We have Leon. I believe it's Leon. Do you OnlyFans? You look amazing. I don't. Thank you for the looking amazing. I haven't gotten that many amazings like in a row like that. Last week I had people just like trying to beat my ass, calling me granny. So I appreciate that. No, I don't do OnlyFans because I don't sport it like that. I try to show nobody no naked pictures. I will be showing people how to use sex for power, how to use sex to have the best in a relationship, how to do the best for themselves. So I will be doing how to's because there's stuff we're not being shown. Everybody can go see porn and sex, but people are not showing what I'm going to be showing. And we need to build this up within ourselves so that we become better partners for our partners, right? When we become independent, strong individuals who can master our sex, because our sex is our power and we don't recognize it like that. So, and that will not be on OnlyFans because I don't want it to get confused. We have Chop Lee. I know you got hands. No cap, salute to you. So you're just gonna have to tell me who you are, Chop Lee. But yeah, I always do like no cap salute because I always go like this. You know, when I salute people, I just have that tendency when I say hi, I just go like that. So yeah, you do know me. I just don't know where I know you from. Probably on the bus, right? Probably on the bus. I drive a lot of people around. Leon, OnlyFans, nope. I just answered that one. See, here we go. I got a ICCU, and you say, "Are you Cal?" Really, we're gonna just skip all that. All right. All right, so Leon, I see what kind of person you are. You are going to be just completely removed and hopefully you don't come back, right? Hopefully you don't come back. So I only know how to remove that one. I'm trying to remove you like for life. I can't believe I can't remove. Oh, here we go. Let's see if I'm able to get rid of you permanently. Damn. Good, I got rid of you permanently. Fuck. I'm learning as I go, right? I'm learning as I go. Got no time for fools. All right, another fool. My gosh, I'm not even gonna go through the chats no more because it's just like too foolish. I ain't got time. I don't got time for foolishness. Anybody knows me on this channel and I miss saying anything to you, there's just too many fools. Fools last week, fools this week. Too much. Hey, Truth Hurts, where you at? I know you. You never said nothing foolish. Good day, friend. Good day to you. So, Mr. Robert Sterling, you say I'm a man. You were from last week. I do remember you. That only shows what an insignificant man you are to yourself. So that when you see yourself, you automatically feel insignificant. I have 3 children. I got stretch marks. It's hard to be a man and give birth, but it really does show how insecure you are as a man, and it shows it to everybody. We went through this last week, and that's the best you got. I'm a man. Shit, I've been told worse. I've been told worse. Oh, so because we're at the hour and 15 minutes, I'm gonna call it a quits. And this is for you, Mr. Robert Sterling. You got any shoulders like this? You don't. And motherfucker, you wish you did. You know, you wish you did. Let me just give you a little bit of flex. And that's with minimal workout. You know, I stopped working out, but I'm gonna go hit it back up. I'm gonna tear it up. Make you feel and look even more insignificant than you already are, Robert Sterling. Little punk bitch. Boom. Fuck you up. All right, you guys. God bless. Good night. This is Michelle Angelique truth and integrity warrior for a short time because I'm coming out as spiritual boxer and I'm gonna fuck shit up, you know? And if you don't like it right here, I'd love to take it outside. Facts. You guys have a good night and God bless.